One Stop served over 40,000, almost 50,000 individuals this last year.
I'm actually very grateful to go through the training because it's not easy to get a job.
The event honored SIbWIB alumni who were determined to succeed.
Just taking together the whole experience is the greatest experience and opportunity for me.
I worked hard for that award, and it's just amazing being here.
Brown left Las Vegas seeking a new life in Hawthorne and struggled through hardships.
Going on interviews, not getting the jobs.
SIbWIB provided Brown with office skills she never had before. She worked hard and eventually it paid off.
I went on an interview for a job for a front office position at the South Bay Workforce Investment Board, and then I got the job there.
Job opportunities during economic difficulties for many.
There are 1.54 million people who are unemployed in the state of California.
The organization has also paved the way toward success for Cynthia Simpkins.
It gave me the opportunity to attend UCLA Anderson School of Business.
She says her dreams have now become reality.
Attending UCLA did give me the opportunity to gain confidence and to really go after what I wanted and not settle for less.
And neither does Councilmember Pablo Catano. He was this year's recipient of the Esther Williams Award of Excellence. Catano's sister accepted the award on his behalf.
I just want to thank with all my heart everybody, for him and for our family. And God bless you all.
Businesses were also honored at the event for their integral part in providing jobs for many in the community.
It gave us an option to give some individuals a quality of life to be able to provide for their families and themselves, as well as fill some key positions that we needed.
The event helped to prove that anything can be accomplished with hard work and perseverance. For HCTV, I'm Alex Batres.
For more information about the South Bay Workforce Investment Board, call 310-970-7700. Coming up next on City News, the local mentoring program has teens in the gym and in elementary schools. Then, an easy way to do your part in reducing. Contact Alex Montero at 310-978-4357. Well, as our nation recovers from a recession, every community tries to lower its unemployment numbers. Catherine Chen shows us an organization dedicated to matching hard workers to great jobs.
The South Bay Workforce Investment Board's 14th Annual Alumni and Awards Breakfast honored all of the working graduates of the organization's programs, as well as the people and businesses that made those success stories possible.
It's just the culmination of one whole year's worth of work, and you see the results. You hear the great stories of triumph, and that enriches everybody.
The Workforce Investment Board serves 9 cities in the South Bay through its one-stop centers that provide laid-off or unemployed community members with the tools and guidance needed to enter the workforce.
Everything from filling out a resume to doing an interview, inspiring people to get up every morning and go out and look for jobs.
It's helped me tremendously. Currently, right now, I'm employed at Target, and it's going really well. I like being there, I like the employees and everything, I like the guests. And hopefully, I'd like to get in. What I'm going to school for now is animation. I want to get in there and get experience and then get out of there and hopefully start my own animation company. That's my ultimate goal. So,
unfortunately, our need and demand is great right now. Thousands of people are using our network of one-stop centers because of the way the economy is. So we're doing the best we can to help them, and hopefully the economy will turn around and be able to get a lot more people employed.
The Workforce Investment Board offers recruitment assistance to businesses and matches hard-working individuals to rewarding jobs, changing lives in the process. Take alumni speaker Jasmine Martinez, for example. During her senior year at Hawthorne High School, her younger brother was diagnosed with autism and her mother experienced financial hardships. She turned to One Stop Youth Services, where she gained work experience that eventually led to her current position at the office of the very organization that gave her the skills she needed to support her family.
The honor to be in a very professional office at my age, I feel definitely really proud of myself, and that's something I succeeded, you know.
Only 19, Martinez is a student at El Camino College and hopes to transfer to a 4-year university to become a teacher. Congresswoman Maxine Waters was presented with the Esther Williams Award of Excellence for her involvement with new programs developed with the South Bay Workforce Investment Board.
You know, having that kind of recognition really is inspiring. I do try and work very hard for my district, which includes much of the South Bay. But to have my constituents and leaders of the community say, yes, you're doing a good job is more than special.
A lifelong advocate of workforce development, Congresswoman Waters is proud of the united efforts of the community and its celebrated achievements.
I'm very pleased to be back in the South Bay from Washington, where I get to interact with my friends and my community. It keeps you grounded. It keeps you really understanding why you're an elected official and what you should be doing.
And teaming up to put people to work is something this community is proud to be doing. For HCTV, I'm Catherine Chen.
Individuals and businesses interested in a partnership with the South Bay Workforce Investment Board should call 310-970-7700 or visit www.SIbWIB.org. A recent attack on a local teen has students and parents on high alert, but there's a class that's teaching students how to SIbWIB.org. When you need us, we are here for you. Sergio Munoz explains how the South Bay Workforce Investment Board continues to live up to their quote.
The South Bay Workforce Investment Board recently celebrated their 15th annual Alumni and Awards Breakfast. The event was designed to give tribute to participants as well as businesses involved in the South Bay One Stop program.
So whether you're a dislocated aerospace worker or a teenager coming out of high school, we're there to provide assistance.
In 2009, the One Stop Business and Career Center had over 95,000 visitors. The center provides a wide variety of services to the community, including employment and training programs.
They kept me afloat. They kept me with the confidence. They kept me with constantly rebuilding my resume, constantly sending it out. I went on 2 or 3 interviews a day.
Marjwan Lucas, an SIbWIB alumni, turned to the One Stop program after an unfortunate turn of events and has landed himself a rewarding new position as a job developer. For Marjwan, the program helped in ways he never imagined.
They even asked me if I needed a bus fare or extra money for gas. So they were helping out in ways, personal ways, that they didn't have to.
The workshops in the program include resume preparation, interviewing skills, and assessing job transferable skills, keeping job seekers busy and ready for their future employers.
They're contacting employers and setting up the interview long before I come in. They already have a list of things I can do each day.
We found quite a few of the participants of a nature that we can use at our place of employment also.
In the past year, SIbWIB administered 16,000 summer youths in the county. Judy Rodriguez earned herself a part-time position after participating in a workshop referred by the organization.
If it wasn't for them, I will never receive anything like that. It's really nice.
The theme of this year's breakfast was Moving Mountains. Congresswoman Maxine Waters shared a few words and described the moves she makes for the program.
We do everything that we can to get all the money to Jan Vogel we can get to it.
The training providers partnered with the One Stop program have placement rates as high as 90 to 100%. For HCTV, I'm Sergio Munoz.
To learn more about maximizing your career potential or the services that SIbWIB provides, visit www.SIbWIB.org. The Hawthorne Convalescent Home found a unique way to entertain their patients. Patients, family members, and staff all got up.
Workforce Investment Board provides services to help the unemployed find work. They honored some of their success stories at this year's Alumni Awards Breakfast. HCTV reporter Margaret Sharp has more on the story.
Hawthorne resident Sharita Jones is no stranger to the economic downturn and its effects.
My car was repossessed. I was considering moving back home with my mother. I had to cancel my health insurance, so I do not know where I would be today.
It's an increasingly common story of what happens to companies that downsize.
I was laid off in 2009 after working in the finance industry for 15 years. Hopeless, no degree, single mother, didn't know what to do.
But Jones did do something about it. She got assistance through the South Bay Workforce Investment Board, or SIbWIB, which offers programs to assist the unemployed. They use federal and some private funding for programs, including job placement centers. For some like Jones, they also pay for education when retraining is necessary to go into a new field.
Great opportunity. I seized the opportunity, went back to school for project management and IT, and I'm now working as a consultant for the Los Angeles World Airport.
Helping people like Jones is exactly what South Bay WIB does.
If you're laid off or you're economically disadvantaged, we try the best we can to help.
And help is what Hawthorne City Council members say the unemployed desperately need.
It's probably the worst time ever in the history of America. It's worse than the Great Depression.
Obviously, it's very tough. You know, folks are losing homes, losing jobs, have children that are suffering that are in college.
Well, right now the city of Hawthorne has an unemployment rate of 16%, and the national average is about 12%. Locally as well, it's about 11 or 12%. So it's really important that we have groups like the South Bay WIB.
This is like an unknown secret that people just aren't taking advantage of.
Luckily, Jones was paying attention and did take advantage of the program. Her advice for others in a similar situation: stay strong and focused.
Set a plan, make a plan, be determined, stay focused, and don't give up. That's don't give up is the most important.
This year marks the 16th year that the South Bay WIB has been honoring success stories like Jones's. For HCTV, I'm Margaret Sharp.
The South Bay Workforce Investment Board has offices throughout the South Bay and fund a variety of services for residents. For more information or to find a local office, go to www.SIbWIB.org. Coming up next on City News, El Camino College opens its doors to a new center just for veterans. Then see how
www.theclinicinc.org. Jobless rates in California are still in the double digits. However, some South Bay residents have found success and recognition thanks to a local organization. Shantae Passmore has the story.
Finding a better job, or even landing one, is on most people's mind, and Blair Martin is no exception.
I was actually incarcerated in state prison for 2 years, and when I got out, I didn't know what to do. So when I got out, I actually got hired for a California Democratic Party, but it was a temporary job.
Soon she was jobless again, and still homeless. With her criminal history ever present, Martin decided to visit the South Bay Workforce Investment Board, or SIbWIB. And that decision led her to another walk in life, one of success and recognition. And that's the goal of SIbWIB's 17th annual Alumni and Awards Breakfast.
It's to recognize the participants that go through our program and have been successful.
They gave me an opportunity to have an interview with Sharp Interior System, and I'm a drywall contractor, second stage.
Martin and a select few were honored at the Ayers Hotel. Familiar faces, local businesses, and program participants were all present to witness the event. According to some graduates, the ceremony showed that SIbWIB can help anyone at any age or socioeconomic level.
I grew up in the Colonial Hotel on El Segundo, and I lived there for 12 years.
This past spring, SIbWIB helped this teen land a paid internship with the Hawthorne Police Department. Still, Alvarez and Martin's success stories share something else in common.
I think it was just the fact that, growing up in such a tough environment, you kind of have a different mentality that you do have to thrive for things that you want. So I think that's just what pushes me.
Martin and Alvarez both say their families are proud of their accomplishments. And by the sound of the applause, so are the people surrounding them at the ceremony. For HCTV, I'm Shantae Passmore.
To find out about SIbWIB's program opportunities, call 310-970-7700. The Hawthorne President's Council recently hosted their annual community barbecue dinner. Jennifer Murillo,
10 South La Brea Avenue in Inglewood, or by calling 310-681-3700. The South Bay Workforce Investment Board recently held its 18th annual Alumni and Awards Breakfast at Ayers Hotel. Jennifer Wade has the story.
South Bay Workforce Investment Board members, business partners, and program participants gathered for eggs and bacon to celebrate South Bay